Hi everyone, glad you can join us for our next allotment in Fit at Home. Okay, I'm Chris and this is Jeff. Yeah, and okay, so today very simply, our first segment was on strength and maintaining muscle. The second segment this time is on how to burn fat with your exercise. Jeff is going to talk about aerobic exercises, and I'm going to share a bit about cardio exercises. Okay, so Jeff, take it away. Yeah.
Hi everybody. Thanks for joining us. So exciting today. We want to really talk about aerobic exercise, right? And that means it's about basically burning energy. When we talk about burning energy, I think all of us, what we really want to do is burn the fat, right? We can get energy from three sources in the body, okay? We can get it from carbohydrates, we can get it from fat, and we can actually get it from protein. So of course we don't want to get it from protein, right? Because it means that we're breaking down our own muscles or breaking down parts of our body to get that energy. So what we really want to do is we want to get the energy basically from fats, which is the best way of doing it. So today, we're going to be talking about losing weight and things like that. But we're going to be focusing on how can we do it by getting the energy from fats. Okay, so I have a very short clip here. This is 2 minutes, and this is my professor from the University of Boulder, Colorado, where I did a course on science of exercise.
The total amount of energy available in the form of carbohydrate in the body is approximately 2,000 kilocalories in an average 154-pound individual. Let's compare the amount of carbohydrate stored in the body with that for fats. In the same 154-pound individual, there is well over 100,000 kilocalories of energy in our fat stores. That's 50 times more than that found for carbohydrates. There are many factors that influence the degree and extent to which we use carbohydrates during a single bout of exercise. Of these, the exercise intensity and duration have the greatest impact. Shown here is a graded exercise test to maximal oxygen uptake, or VO2 max. Notice at the early low exercise intensity workloads, fats are clearly the preferred fuel for muscles. As the exercise intensity increases during the course of the test, the reliance on carbohydrates as a fuel source also increases. At some point, carbohydrates become the preferred fuel. This is known as the crossover concept. The preferred fuel for muscles crosses over from fats to carbohydrates. When we take a closer look at exactly where the fuel is coming from, we see that early in the graded exercise test, at 25% of VO2 max, approximately 90% of the energy for the muscles is coming from circulating free fatty acids and fat or triglycerides stored in muscle. At the very high intensity of 85% of VO2 max, carbohydrates account for approximately 75% of the energy coming from circulating plasma glucose and muscle glycogen.
So actually, that was the science, and I wanted to tell you what this science means. So my exercise generally is of an aerobic nature, right? So what I really want to do is I want to be comfortable. I want it to burn a lot of energy, so that and I like that energy to come from fat. So if the energy came from fat, the good thing is that I also lose fats in my body. But if the energy comes from carbohydrates, well, I'm still using energy, but the problem is that then my body shape doesn't change at all. You know what I mean? And so so when I exercise, I actually am looking for fat burning. All right. Now the other thing about it is that if I know he was a bit fast, but basically there are two pathways to get energy. All right. One we call aerobic, and one we call anaerobic. Okay. When we do muscle gym work in the thing, or when we sprint, at the end of the sprinting, we feel like, wow, very very tired and we're panting and everything. That is because we are using an anaerobic pathway to get energy. Okay, but so what the professor was saying is that when we use this anaerobic pathway, one of the things is that most of the energy is being derived from carbohydrates, okay, in the body. So of course, what we would prefer to do is to keep the pathway to an aerobic pathway, so that most of the energy that we have will be coming from the fats. Okay, remember what he said, which was when we're at 25% of VO2 max, 85%, about 90% of the energy comes from fats. Okay, so what does this all mean? It's very nice and scientific. I love this all crap. What does it all mean for us really at the end of the day? I just wanted to show you this little table. Okay, I'm going to show it to you for a short while. And this table shows you, you know, for every age, which is on the left, what is the maximum heart rate that you should reach? You know, you shouldn't go beyond the maximum, because it means that, you know, you're really stressing your heart. Okay, but you will notice that we have different zones, right? Different zones of working out. So I would say that generally, the aerobic zone is probably the zone of your heart rate against your age, where you want to keep your heart pumping when you are exercising for maximum fat burning. Okay, now if you go below that, let's say the moderate rate or the low rate, then of course it means that you're not burning as quickly. So it's fine not to burn so quickly, but it would mean that you need to maybe extend the exercise a bit longer. I hope this makes sense. Okay, so for myself, my own working out routine is that other than weights, where I'm working on strength, I actually work a lot on aerobics. So aerobic fitness is like, I like to jog. Okay, I like to jog, something slow, something easy, so that I'm burning fats. But Chris has actually prepared a whole lot of stuff where, you know, it's about combining it, you know, and it's a bit more intense. So part of it is burning fats, but part of it is also building that fitness in the heart, in the lungs, and in the muscles. Okay, so do note that just these two difference, just this difference. All right. Okay, so over to you, Chris. Chris, you're on mute.
Yeah. Just a quick question. So if I don't have a heart rate monitor, how can I tell when I'm crossing over into the intense part? You know, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely good idea. Thanks for that, Belton. I saw her holding up her Apple Watch.
Yeah.
But that is a heart rate monitor, lah. Generally, I would say that if you feel that you're panting, your breathing starts to go a bit in, you know, you are like really trying to catch your breath and things like that, then you have probably moved into an anaerobic, and you're a bit on the intense side. Okay. Does that make sense? Yeah, but yeah. I gotta make a plug for Apple Watch, so go and get one.
That's actually a really good point, I think. And also, like, when if we find that when we are either when we are doing our job, maybe, you know, and if we can have a conversation, we can sustain a light conversation, that's actually a very good benchmark that we are not crossing over into the intense zone. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And I guess mostly the other thing about it is that don't go beyond the intense zone. You notice just now in the table, the intense zone went up to about 85% of your maximum heart rate. Try not to go beyond that on a sustained basis. Okay, it's supposed to be a bit too heavy on the heart.
So G, just now you mentioned jogging was one of your favorite exercises. Maybe you could, like, what are like maybe 2 or 3 other exercises that will be good for people when they do aerobic exercise?
Yes. Okay. I like jogging because jogging is easy, burns a lot, and then so but the truth is that usually when you really want to burn fat, you need duration also. Okay. So if let's say you do 5 kilometers of a brisk walk compared to 5 kilometers of a jog. Let's say you can do 5 kilometers of a jog in 30 minutes, but a brisk walk maybe is 40 minutes. Actually, you will burn more energy from fats by the 40-minute brisk walk. Okay, so I have to admit to you, I'm just too impatient to do a brisk walk, but brisk walk is one of them. So I like swimming. I think swimming is another very good one. Also, there's heat loss, right, in the water, so there's more burning again. One of the things is because there's so much burning, sometimes when you finish the water exercise, you feel very hungry, and then you overcompensate by eating a lot, right? And then you're back to square one. So you just got to take note of that. Cycling is another very, very good one. I think cycling is possibly the best from a holistic point of view. For one thing, very low impact on your joints. For another, it can be pretty intense in terms of the workout. There is also muscle building, and of course, you can keep them. You can keep the rate quite. You can keep the heart rate at the rate that you want. Okay, so I think cycling is a good one.
Great suggestions, G. Just add one quick one. I think that might be, quite a circuit breaker applicable, which is also stair climbing. That will probably be a good option, for us staying in apartments, or have some stairs accessible to us. Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. Well, is that okay, G? Like stair climbing?
Yes. I like stair climbing personally, because I also, I'm at 60, so I find that my joints, just from stair climbing alone, stair climbing is super for the muscles and for aerobic fitness. But I think that for the joint mobility and all that, I prefer erratic or asymmetric steps. So when it is open and when it's not too crowded, I actually like Bukit Timah.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks so much, Jeff. Yeah, for such a great explanation on aerobic exercise. So just now Jeff spoke about aerobic exercise, basically, which is maximizing fat burning through moderate intensity exercise, right? And the 5 exercises that he mentioned was jogging, brisk walking, swimming, stair climbing, and cycling, right? So you want to maintain a moderate elevated heart rate, but not to go over intense. And the benchmark is like that you can have a conversation while doing it. For me, okay. So now I'm going to speak about. I'm going to share about cardio. Okay, so cardio is okay. Oops. Yeah. So cardio has 3 main benefits, right? Heart health. Okay. Raising and increasing our metabolism. So just now Jeff spoke about efficiency in burning fat during the exercise itself, right? I'm going to speak about an exercise which actually help you increase your base metabolism throughout the day, right? So this is what cardio also does. It also helps with mobility, right? So these are 3 benefits that you can have during while you do your cardio. But the issue a lot of people face, is that, hey, most of our cardio is what? Usually outside, right? Like the items that Jeff just now he mentioned, Sue mentioned the pools are closed now, the government's advising we don't travel so far to maybe cycle or walk or jog too far. So location is an issue. So I'm just gonna share a couple of few exercises for you to incorporate into your workout that you can do at home that can perhaps help you facilitate that fat burning, but also that cardio workout. Would that be okay with you guys? Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna share with you 5 exercises. 5 exercises now. Okay. So the first one is gonna be spot, jog, and sprint. Okay. Then we are going to go into jumping jacks, lunges, tuck jumps, and burpees. Okay. So I'm just going to stop here. Okay. Just one moment as I change the video.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah, he's going to be just switching over to the other side so that you can view the demo better. I saw a little bit earlier and I thought, oh, quite good.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Is it clear?
Not so clear, but okay, Chris.
Okay. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is spot jogging, okay, coupled with sprints. So what you do is, you just jog on the spot, okay. Generally, you do this for about, so every minute interval, you do this for about 50 seconds, okay. Then for the last 10 seconds, you want to sprint, okay, which is go fast. Okay, note that I'm on the ball of my feet. Okay, my arms are moving also fast. Okay, then once 10 seconds is over, I revert to a jog. Okay, I jog for another 50 seconds. Okay, then I go fast again. Okay, for 10 seconds, as fast as I can. Okay, you can do as many as you want, but generally after 2 minutes, you can stop and go to the next exercise. Okay, for some of you who want a bit more of a challenge, okay, instead of sprinting, what you can do is actually high knees. Okay, which is elevating your knees to a 90-degree angle in front of you. Okay, and you want to go fast as well. Okay, so this is the spot, jump, and sprint. Okay, if you have any questions, you just type them in and I will answer your questions afterwards. Okay, the next exercise that I'm going to go to is quite a common exercise. You should be quite familiar with it, but it's the jumping jack. Okay, so you start off with your feet together and arms together. The next motion is jump out with your arms outstretched, back in again, 3, and finally jump out. Slightly, feet slightly shoulder width apart. Okay, arms up to the top of your head. Okay, and then you just put it together. So it should be, every exercise would be like 4 count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2. Okay, so that's the motion. Okay, during this, your head should look forward. Okay. Okay, not down or not up. Just keep your good posture. Okay, so that's the second exercise. Okay, the third exercise is the lunges. Okay, so for lunges, what you can do is you just stand, shoulder width apart again. Okay, you're gonna take a big step forward. Okay, so your legs are 90 degrees. Okay, your back leg should be knee. Your knee should be as close to the ground as possible, and then you stand back up. Okay, 1, 2. So you want to do about 20 reps of this per leg. Okay, as you go down, eyes looking straight, upper body straight, head up. Okay, you don't want to be looking down. You don't want to be hunched over. Back straight, okay, up. Okay, so the thing is 90 degrees, 90 degrees, right? Okay. For those of you who want a bit of elevated exercise, okay, you can do jumping. Okay. Okay, so that's lunges. Okay. The next exercise I want to show you is called tuck jump. A tuck jump, you start off feet firmly planted, about shoulder width apart. Okay, and you just jump straight up. Okay, and pull your knees to your chest. Okay. You can bounce a bit to prepare. Go up. Okay. For those of you who may be starting out on this, you know, or may find a bit of issue, a bit nervous to jump so high at home, you know, or have an issue with the knees, what you can do is a few small jumps. You just jump as high as you can with your straight legs. Okay. Okay. Good, guys. Okay, so that's the tuck jump or the straight leg jump. Okay, you can choose which one you want to do. The final exercise is one you've seen before that Jeff has shown before, is the burpees. So I'm just going to do one full exercise and break it down for you. Okay, so from a standing position, I go down, kick my legs out, throw my legs back in, jump up. Okay, so to break it down, I go in, okay, extend my legs out into push-up position. Ideally, it's hips up. Okay, bring my feet back in, and you can either stand up or jump up. Okay, so to do it continuously, it could be something like this. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Chris. Actually, I have a couple of questions. Anybody have any questions there? You can please feel free to unmute your mic and ask the questions, okay? But I was gonna say that, Chris, so these are just the individual exercises, but how long should I exercise for? How many times should I repeat? And most important of all, how much can I rest between the exercises?
Yeah. Thanks, Jeff. Those are great questions. Sue, excellent question. 2 body turns, what is good is enough. Okay, those are great questions. Let me, so 1 second. Okay, so just a quick recap. You know, Sue, you asked whether 2 minutes of jogging is enough. Just now, just a demonstration has got me pretty panting already. You know, I haven't even gone through the full set. So, so you really want to see like these 5 exercises as a whole. You know what I mean? You do it and you run through it and as one cycle. Okay. So just a recap. You know, we went through the spot jog, and sprint. We did the jumping jacks. We did the lunges. We did the tuck jumps or straight leg jumps, and we did the burpees. Okay. Just to very quickly go through the different exercise formats. If it's a bit confusing, no worries. You know, we can go through it later during the Q&A. You can ask for a bit of clarification. But there are basically 2 exercise formats that we can recommend. So the standard one is basically you run through the exercises in order. Okay, so you start off with a spot jog and sprint. Okay, then you move to jumping jacks, then lunges, then tuck jumps, then burpees. Okay. In between each exercise, you can rest. If you can stick to about 2 or 3 minutes, that's good. But if you need a bit more break to catch your breath back, you know, to get to a condition where you're able to have a conversation without breaking up and panting, you know, that will be good. Then you start the next one. Okay. So probably about 2 to 3 minutes on, you know, if you need to, you know, 4 or 5. So for each one, as you can see, I've shown you the breakdown of what's a good measure that you can do. So for the spot jog and sprint, 2 minutes, 50-second jog and 10-second sprint, you know, per minute. So that's 50 seconds jog, sprint for 10 seconds, then you immediately continue another 50 seconds jog and 10 seconds sprint or high knees. Then you move to jumping jacks. You can do about 10 to 20 reps. Lunges, once again, 10 to 20 reps each leg, depending on your physical condition. Then you can do your jumps, okay, 20 reps there, and you can do burpees to finish off. So that will be one set, one cycle. You can probably rest about 5 minutes or so after that. Then you continue one more set. That'll be a good workout for you. Roughly will take you probably around half an hour to 40 minutes. For those of you who prefer a more intense and short power pack kind of workout order, you can try the Tabata style if you've heard of it. The Tabata style is basically a 4-minute intense workout broken up into 30 seconds. Each 30 seconds comprises 20 seconds of intense exercise and then 10 seconds of rest. So basically the same thing. You'll start off with, in a Tabata format, you will do spot jog and sprint for 20 seconds as fast as you can. Then rest for 10 seconds. Then you move on to jumping jacks, as many as you can for 20 seconds. Then 10 seconds rest. Then you immediately move on to lunges, as many as you can during the 20 seconds and 10 seconds rest. And so forth until 4 minutes is up. Right? If that's too easy for you, you can do another one. Yeah, is that
okay.
Yeah.
So 4 minutes, then from the 4 minutes, after the 4 minutes, then I have to do you said 2 to 3 sets, right? So how long between the sets can I just totally have a break?
How many how many sets before you can have a break?
No, I mean, like after the set is 4 minutes, right? Then there's going to be a second set of 4 minutes, but between the 2 sets of 4 minutes, how long can I have a break for?
How long do you have a break? If you are feeling that it's too easy, you can just go straight away. I've got some friends who just continue straight out. I do about 2 to 3 sets continuous, but if you need to, take a 5-minute break, and get on again. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I see some really good questions down there. We'll address it in the Q&A. Okay, William, thank you for your question. Skipping ropes for cardio. Skipping is another good exercise. Yeah. Just my fans in my house are a bit low, so I don't want to hit it. So that's why. But good one, me. Excellent, Miguel. That's an excellent question. We'll engage it in the Q&A. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That was really interesting. Thanks, Chris. As I watch it, I kind of feel that it's going to be a little intense for me. I think I can try it maybe twice a week, but I probably would still want to intersperse with my usual jogging, which is just like I say, just a low rate, constant rate, heart rate kind of a way to burn more fat, yeah, it's quite interesting. Is it going to be tough on the joints? Are there any other tips for these exercise things?
Yeah, that's a great question, Jeff. Yeah, so we've collated with some like very simple tips just before we close. This is some very simple tips that we have. As you noticed just now, I was wearing some shoes, so that will help in terms of just making sure I don't slip and supporting my joints. Yeah. Jeff, for you, any of these tips especially stand out to you?
I think probably for me, number 3 is the most important. As a young man, when I exercise, I could never be bothered with stretching, couldn't be bothered with stretching. But as I as I studied about sports, and then as I started to get older, I want to say that stretching is probably the most important thing. One of the reasons is that if you stretch before, you tend not to get injury during the exercise, and then after the exercise, your muscles tend to be in a bit of a contracted position. So what happens is that you need to stretch it out. Otherwise, the muscles do shorten over time. So if you keep doing this, but you never stretch out, the muscles will shorten, and the result is that you will lose flexibility. Okay. Like if you cannot, when you bend and you cannot touch the floor, it's not because your back is so stiff as much as it's because your leg, your muscles in your legs, your hamstrings, your quadriceps and all that don't allow you to stretch out. Okay, that's why you cannot touch the floor. Okay, so it's more a muscular thing than it is a joint thing.
Okay. Thanks, Jeff. Okay, time is up. We're gonna close real quick. Yeah. So I just want to thank you for your time today.